DAWs, right? We just had a brief conversation. Are they all the same? Do they all sound alike? And why would you use one DAW and not another? And kind of costs and all things DAW related. We're going to talk about.
Yeah. So,
First of all, what do you use?
I use Logic Pro.
I use Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Why do you use Logic?
Number one, I paid, I think now it's about 200 quid.
199, yeah.
199. I think when I bought it, it was about 150 or something like that.
Really?
Well, the online store one. I mean, I've had Logic since I was around.
Do you have it on CD?
Oh, yeah. So I used to...
Showing your age.
Yeah, I am. I used to have Cubase.
Yeah.
And I loved it so much, I used to call it Cube Ace, because it was Ace. I loved it. And then I found that all my fellow producers who I'd sometimes collaborate with, and most of those were on Logic. So I thought, I better change. Everyone's using Logic. I'm not compatible at all. And when I bought it then, on CD or DVD, whatever it was, it was a fortune. I don't know. Maybe £600-700, or am I exaggerating? I don't know. It was a lot. I remember it was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Maybe more. I could be talking rubbish.
Was it always owned by Apple, though?
I believe it was C-Lab. Is it C-Lab at first, and then Apple bought it?
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I don't think it was Apple. It definitely wasn't Apple at the very beginning. So I got that, and then you'd have to pay for upgrades then. But then it went online on the Apple Store. As I say, I paid about 150 quid, I think it was. I think there's been one major upgrade that was paid. But other than that, since then, it's free. It's amazing. So it's cheap compared to your Pro Tools, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm sitting here just thinking, all right, sure.
I know, it's insane. You're being ripped off.
Okay, right. So my Pro Tools, I'm running Pro Tools Ultimate. Now, Pro Tools Ultimate costs me £80.
What, as a one-off, you mean? Or a month? A month?
Yeah.
Carry on. I know what you're going to say because I know your setup.
Yeah, so £80 a month for Pro Tools Ultimate. Then Nick's got Pro Tools Ultimate.
So is that at 160 already now? We're talking
160, right? So that's Nick Pro Tools Ultimate for his studio.
Yeah.
Then I have Pro Tools Studio, which is about 40 quid.
So hang on a minute. This adds up to 200, which
yeah.
I paid one-off fee for my Logic. I didn't even pay that, but that's what it costs now.
Right.
Yeah. So you're paying that monthly.
Then I've probably got another two Pro Tools Studios for other studios and computers.
Yeah.
And so I mean it comes. Let's say for argument's sake it comes
300
in
quid a month.
280. Come on.
Wow.
Let's say 280 per month.
Oh.
Right. It's tax deductible.
Yeah.
So paying £280 per month. Now,
one word comes to mind: mug. It does the same thing as Logic. Logic does more.
No. Right.
It does.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to sit here and argue that Pro Tools is cost effective or cheap or anything like that.
Well, you can't.
No one can argue that. It's not cost effective, it's not cheap, and it's arguably quite a rip-off. Now, there's a few reasons why I use Pro Tools. Number one, I've always used Pro Tools, so I know it.
That's like saying
I know.
People doesn't mean it's right to do.
We'll have to bleep that bit out.
Well, it's the truth. It's the truth, though. But just because someone's always done something doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't. But right. You've
sorry, I didn't mean to shock you.
You've thrown me there. Right. I'll have to cut that. So the one reason is that with Pro Tools, I've used it for such a long period of time that I know it so well. I'm kind of it's a Stockholm syndrome. Kind of, I'm locked into it. The other reason is I've got the Avid S4. Right.
Yeah, but you got that after. You got that well after you had Pro Tools. So you can't say. I get that.
But that's why I can't now move. I can't move now from it.
No.
Like-
No, because that Avid S4 would also control Logic.
Yeah, it control everything, but it controls Pro Tools flawlessly in a brilliant way.
Okay.
Right? It's yeah. So that is one reason why I don't want to move away. The other reason is I don't. It doesn't bother me. £280 a month is a lot of money, but from a business that's earning X amount of money, it's a tiny small amount. If it was coming out of my personal money, there's no way I'd be paying that, because that's when I'd go, you are a mug.
But it is your personal money, really, because you and Nick own the business.
Yeah, but it's a business expense each month that is an expense that is just another expense. It's like paying to keep the lights on. It's just another expense. That's how I look at it. And the thing for me is, could I move to Logic or Studio One?
Yes.
And I could, but the problem with moving to Logic or Studio One is relearning everything again. And I wouldn't be against relearning everything again, but there's certain ways of working with Pro Tools that workflow is so good. It's like really high quality, sample accurate kind of playback with analog. The kind of video engine's really good as well. All things, there's a lot of things that, and I do feel like I'm sitting here trying to justify and convince myself that paying £80 a month for Pro Tools Ultimate is a good option. The Dolby Atmos renderer that's in it is really good. I feel like in some ways Pro Tools is
dated.
No, I was going to say on the front foot a little bit industry wise, but it kind of, arguably Studio One is on the front foot. The other one with like Logic, I've used Logic, and Logic, when it comes to audio editing, Logic is not on the same level as Pro Tools.
No way.
When it
right.
comes,
No. Okay, all right.
It's not.
This is more a producer thing. Swipe comping. Have you used swipe comping?
Right, but
you cannot compare.
But when you look at a waveform like that behind you,
yeah,
the waveforms don't look like that in Logic. They're not detailed as detailed. No, I've never really looked like.
But when you're comping vocals in Logic, believe me, I haven't used Pro Tools, so I'm not an authority. But I did used to have Luna, and I believe the vocal editing is very, very similar, if not the same as.
I think it is quite similar.
I think it is, and I couldn't get on with that at all. Like I really couldn't. Whereas Logic, you like this word on that track, swipe. You like this word, swipe, and it does the crossfade automatically.
Yeah, certain things like that.
It's amazing. Don't get me wrong, I've got a love-hate relationship with Logic because there's so many bugs. Sometimes I call it illogical. Like sometimes there's some horrible bugs that I hate. I can't believe.
See, that's one thing I'd say about Pro Tools.
Yeah, it's more solid. Yeah.
Yeah, the
that's
bugs.
fair enough.
There isn't. I don't.
Yeah, but there's a reason there's no bugs because it's so simple. There's not the features that Logic have got. I mean, as a producer, okay.
Yeah.
Do you concede, as a producer, Logic is far better? As a producer,
100%. Fruity Loops is better.
Yeah.
As a producer,
yeah.
If I was a producer, I wouldn't be using Pro Tools.
No, but I would say mixing. Well, I mix and I master in Logic. I would say you can do anything that Pro Tools can do, Logic can do. Sound-wise, it's identical.
Yeah,
you can't
I'd
tell
say,
me. A lot of people go, this sounds better, this sounds better.
I even heard someone say the Pro Tools sounded warmer.
Rubbish. It's ones and zeros. It's digital. Rubbish.
Really don't agree with that.
No, absolutely not. But I sometimes do Apple Spatial for people, just for clients that they got the mix and the master done, and they say, can you do a quick Apple Spatial mix for Apple? Now I just work on stereo speakers and headphones. However, nothing's been from Apple Music, nothing sounds bad that I've done, nothing's been turned away. And guess what? I do it all in Logic. The built-in Dolby Atmos, it's got some bugs. And sometimes, in fact, until recently, I wasn't even using the Apple one. To be fair, I was using
It was sync bugs.
Yeah. Oh, that was horrible. That was terrible. That's been fixed now, luckily. So I've gone back to using it.
Yeah, but that was like 2 years. That was a bug.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That's a terrible.
And they said they
bug
fixed it, and they didn't. Yeah, it was terrible. But now that it's fixed, and there's still bugs, but I can use the built-in Dolby Atmos in Logic. So it's brilliant.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
For me, from a business perspective, I can't have bugs like that.
No,
and I don't get that. That's one thing we don't have with Pro Tools.
Yeah.
You don't have those sorts of bugs where you can't use the renderer because it doesn't sync up properly. Never. That's never an issue.
No.
So things like that, and if that was a problem, and we had syncing issues in the Dolby Atmos renderer, we can't run a business. We can't offer mastering like Dolby Atmos mastering services because then it's not in sync.
No, it was so bad. I ended up spending a lot of money buying Dolby Atmos Composer. I don't know if you know, by Fiedler Audio.
Yeah,
which is very good, but it's more of a palaver than the Logic one. The Logic one's so easy. One thing they brought out, which I bought the other day actually, is a mastering. Now this is something Pro Tools doesn't have, or the renderer. I can now master an ADM, a Dolby Atmos master.
Yeah.
After, so once it's rendered and ready to go.
See, I don't know why. I don't know why the Dolby Atmos renderer doesn't add these sorts of things in. Because the renderer could quite easily just add an EQ into the renderer.
Just all you need, in my opinion. The essential thing is EQ. Because often when you do Dolby Atmos, you're not using mastered stems, so it's a bit dull, and it's nice to have a compressor. I now have both of those.
But you know, I have that.
Yeah, in different ways.
But in
of course,
the secret way.
Oh yeah, no, of course you do. You don't need that. But for someone like me who does their Dolby Atmos masters.
But I've told you how to do that.
Yeah, you have. But now I'm doing it in just a very simple way. So I'll use the Logic, and then I'll use what I bought. I can't remember what they called it. Oh, Mastering Console 2.0. And if I think it's a bit dull compared to the stereo mix, I'll just put a bit of top end and a bit of low end and a bit of compression.
Do you know what would be a really good tool? If what they would do was you could load your ADM into the software, right? And then you could load the reference stereo mix. They should add that. If you loaded that as a reference, right, and then you just had some sort of match EQ that would match identically.
You're kind of getting into AI territory here, though.
Yeah, but those I'm not necessarily too against that, because the end result being that the ADM and the stereo file, you've still got to master the stereo file to how it wants to sound.
Yeah.
But then what you're doing is you're changing the Atmos file to sound like the stereo file, and then the end result there being that you have two playbacks of stereo and Dolby Atmos that when you switch between them sound identical. It just goes like that.
You know what? I sometimes,
because that's what I'm always trying to achieve when I reference and I'm changing the EQ. I'm aiming to achieve identical sound.
Well, I use mastering in the mix. They got a reference, it's a reference plugin, which I like. I like it over. What's the other one by
Rezo?
No. I'm just talking about reference software. What's the one that everyone
Hawkeye.
uses?
Not Hawkeye. No. It's
made by Plugin Alliance.
Streamline. No, it's not.
No,
blimey.
It's got letters.
Yeah,
like ADSR. It's not that, but you know what I mean.
No, I do.
I used to use that. I now use mastering in the mix, and there's a reason why. It's got a mirror function. It's perfect for what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, and wherever you play from in the Dolby Atmos mix, it's gonna, and you flick over, it synchronizes it to like your stereo mix. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant for that. So that's what I'll do if I'm trying to achieve a good, like an equal master. I'll use that. But you know what? I sometimes speak to Thomas Fiedler. Just by email, we go back and forth, and I have made suggestions. He's ignored them all. But I will say this one. To have a reference, even if you've got to do it manually, it'll be nice to reference back and forth. Yeah, that would be brilliant. That's a very good idea to load that in. Yeah. I'm going to say that. I'm going to pretend I thought of it.
So yeah, go for it.
No, I won't really.
I've
But
had
go on.
many a time I've
Won't be the first time.
given DAW ideas to companies,
Yeah,
and they've got, oh yeah, we come out with this really good idea.
yeah.
I see you over there.
Typical.
Yeah. There was the one I was telling you about earlier, but
Yeah, I
don't
remember.
mention who that
I
was.
remember.
But yeah, in terms of DAW, now one thing I would happily concede with regards to Pro Tools is that the stock stuff that comes with Pro Tools
Terrible. I know.
is horrendous.
I know.
Like one of them is the Air plugins.
Oh yeah, I've got those.
And they're rubbish.
I know.
There's so many really bad plugins that come with Pro Tools as stock plugins, and it's just I don't even install any
There's
of them.
two good ones.
The only reason I install them is if someone's sending me
to review.
sending me files, a session that's been done in Pro Tools, and they've used all stock plugins. That's the only reason I have.
Do you ever do this? Sometimes I've had people send me Logic projects. They want me to mix and master from their Logic projects, but they've used certain plugins that I don't have.
Yeah.
And they want me to keep those. So I've said to the clients, as well as
You've got to
paying
pay
me,
for them.
you've got to buy me the plugins.
Yeah, I've had that on.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, if you want me to use that plugin, I've had that with the Waves plugins.
Yes,
And
and me with Waves. Yeah,
I said to the client that I do own all the Waves plugins.
maybe they were out of date or something.
No, basically with the Wave plugins is they gave me all of the plugins on a subscription. That's like a rolling subscription for free. On the basis of I'll do some reviews
Fair
kind
enough.
of thing.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, cool. I'll go through the plugins and I'll have a look, and if there's any that are good and I genuinely want to review and do a positive review on, I'll happily review those. And I've never done a review on any Waves plugins. And
Did they revoke your?
no, it's still got it.
Oh, okay.
I think I've still got it.
Yeah.
But I basically there's so many just they're not great plugins. 20 years ago, brilliant.
Oh,
plugins.
they were the best.
But now they're so far behind, and the thing with them, the thing with Waves in general is, I don't think they're the nicest of companies.
Oh, they're not.
Um,
I've had to re-buy loads of them.
Yeah.
Because of the update. Like when I went from an Intel Mac to a Silicon Mac.
Yeah.
Like I contacted Waves because suddenly nothing worked, and I ended up speaking to them. I don't know where they were based. Maybe America.
Israel.
Is it Israel? Oh yeah, I think Israel. I think Israel or America. One of the two, but it was an American number. I think maybe LA.
They're probably based in.
I think they're an Israeli company.
Yeah.
But they're based in LA. Anyway, I think the guy I spoke to had an Israeli-American accent or whatever. It seemed like the nicest guy, but he just said there's no way around it other than you're going to have to buy them again. And I'm like, but I've bought these bundles. I've spent hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands. I don't want to buy it again.
I know.
I've never heard anything like it. And I had to. I didn't buy them all again. I just bought the absolutely essential ones because I had to, because I'd used them in previous projects.
The one that really got me with them was when they came out and said we're going subscription only.
Yeah, I know.
And it was like, what about us who bought everything?
Yeah.
And they was just like, no, we'll do what we want. And the industry, fair play to everyone within the industry, went, no, you won't. No, you won't. And they had to. They
revoked it. I know. Remember,
they had to turn back on that.
Well, I saw posts on various forums saying if they're going to do that, we're going to just get cracked versions of it. And that's how bad it was.
Well, yeah, that's what people will end up doing.
Yeah.
They really did shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
And and because of that, like I won't really use Waves plugins, and I'm just, look, the thing for me is I'm a good person, and I don't like bad business or bad people,
No.
and I'm a very good judge of who's good and who's bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I won't. Yeah, I won't
No,
touch
no,
their
no.
stuff with a barge
And
pole.
don't get me wrong, there are some okay Waves plugins.
Yeah,
Like, for some
that
people,
leveler
but-
one. There's a leveler plugin, vocal leveler.
Oh, that one.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, but that's been superseded. So I used
Yeah,
to
yeah,
use
yeah.
that.
Of course, yeah.
And I also used to use NS1,
Well, this is the thing,
the
is-
noise suppression. But guess what covers that, both of them?
Oh,
Dynassist.
Dynassist, yeah.
Dynassist. Amazing.
So this is the
That's
thing.
killer.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
Is that as a plugin?
Yeah.
It's a good plugin. It does the job.
Yeah.
But
But when you have to buy it again,
yeah, when you got to buy
and you
it
know
10
what they do
times
as well. Every year, you have to pay to update it.
Yeah.
Insane, man.
it's crazy.
Now, I listen.
But
this
I'm
is
doing that every day every
yeah.
month with
Nuts.
this.
nuts. I get you. You're stuck. You're stuck.
I'm stuck.
But you don't have to be stuck, because I was stuck with Cubase and I changed to Logic. But yeah, it's insane. But at the end of the day, I think the best DAW to use is the one you know how to use best.
That's what I always say.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Because if I knew how to use Pro Tools best, price aside, as a producer, like, I'm not getting the best out that I could get.
No, I would 100%. I'd
Yeah.
100%. I would say if you're a producer, use Fruity Loops, Logic, Cubase, any of them.
Ableton. Ableton's good.
Yeah, Ableton.
Ableton's
all
brilliant.
of them.
Yeah.
And I actually think going forward, I think Pro Tools as a company, I think from like the DAW side of things, I think they'll lose the younger generation.
Oh yeah.
Like the younger people are gonna start producing music and they're not even gonna think or look at Pro Tools.
No way.
And it's very much
FL
gonna be
Studio.
an old boys DAW, and they're gonna hold on to that for as long as possible. And I don't know how long they'll be able to
Stay in business.
not necessarily stay in business. I think they'll stay in business perfectly fine, because they've got the audio side of their business is very small in comparison to like other media sides, video side. So I think they'll no problem with them staying in business. What will happen is it potentially they won't have people looking at Pro Tools as the godlike symbol that they try to portray with it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh look, this studio, that studio, every studio, like when, yeah, not so much now, and maybe a little bit now. Every big studio you go in,
Oh yeah.
generally speaking, you walk in, Pro Tools is,
And they had the big Pro Tools
Yeah.
hardware, didn't they?
Yeah.
But you don't need that now. You've got native. Like, you
yeah.
don't
There's a
need
lot
it.
of things that you don't need with
No.
Pro Tools. So
Maybe the only thing that might tempt me to change, I don't think it would.
what, 2 Pro Tools?
No, not two Pro Tools. Away from Logic.
Yeah.
I really don't think I would. But let's say, for example, because I love my SSL controllers. What if
What if
SSL?
SSL made a DAW?
Yeah, and it was literally like perfection for my controllers. I'd possibly consider it. Possibly. Probably not.
I wouldn't
Probably
say
not.
that's far off.
Really?
I thought to myself when SSL were announcing SSL's something revolutionary was coming.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was this console.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was that console.
yeah,
But I said there's 2 potential possibilities here.
yeah,
And it is a digitally recallable console,
yeah,
which it was,
yeah,
or it's a full DAW.
yeah. The thing is, my controllers are perfect for Logic. Well, they're not perfect, but they're very, very good. But yeah, if they made the perfect DAW, which I don't think would happen straight away, because Luna,
No, look at
it took
Luna,
them
yeah.
ages and ages. I think it's getting a lot better now. I
They
haven't got
just
it anymore.
released Luna 2.
Yeah, I bet it's good.
Luna 2 Pro, I think they called it.
Yeah, they're charging now. It used to be free. I can't comment because I've not used it for months. It's not even installed on my latest Mac. I just thought, stay with
Out of
Logic.
interest,
Yeah.
how many UAD plugins do you think you use now?
Now,
Yeah, because you love.
regularly.
Yeah,
Okay, so in my mix, none. Absolutely none. in my
Not even the
mastering chain.
MPEGs.
No, I don't. I actually don't. I don't use it anymore. I'm not saying I'll never use it, but I very rarely. In my mastering chain, no, because I was using quite a bit the DSM, but I've since, because it was cheap, I bought the native version by
Yeah.
Sonox. I find myself using that, and for no
Sonox.
Sonox.
What, the DSM?
Yeah, that is then. That's Sonox. Of course it is. Oxford is Sonox.
Yeah, but DSM.
Sony Oxford. Yeah, they do that.
The
They did that before
DSM.
you. Yeah, that's Paul Frindle made that. So you can buy it UAD. You can't speak. You can get it UAD and you can get it Sonox. Yeah. You look very confused.
I am confused.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
Sonox. Yeah. So they make the Oxford EQ.
Go on, carry on talking.
The DSM, the limiter. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go on.
So yeah. So how many UAD plugins do I use? I think it's none, Paul. I think it's none. It's none. It's none. Yeah, I'm pretty much. I'm using. I can tell you what I use. I use the 4kg on every single channel. That's SSL.
Yeah.
I'll sometimes use Soothe. I'll sometimes use Pure Unmask, and and on my 2-bus. Yeah, various. Now I'm not really using UAD, and I spent a fortune on UAD, and I've got they're just dongles now. I've got the satellites.
The DSM isn't.
It is.
No.
Of course it is.
But this one.
Yeah. Yes.
That one?
DSM.
That's not by Sonox.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Yes, it is. It is.
It's not.
It is. It is.
It's not.
It is. It is.
Well, why isn't it on their website?
Yeah, look. ChatGPT.
Go on. Right.
Must be.
Go for it.
So I'm going to type it. I'll tell you what, I'll say it so it repeats it.
Go on.
Hang on. Do the company Sonox, Sonnox, make a software plugin called the DSM? Yes.
Ready?
Just thinking.
Yes, Sonox does indeed have a plugin called Oxford Dynamics, which is a comprehensive processor that includes a compressor, expander.
No! No! DSM.
It doesn't-
DSM.
No.
Yeah, she'll say, I'm sorry, you're right.
Danny, you're wrong.
No.
The DSM V3 is actually a spectral multiband processor developed by Paul Frindle and not made by Sonox. It's actually from Plugin Alliance.
No, but it... What? Really?
Yes!
Really?
It might be made by Paul Frindle, who made the Sonox plugins. It's not by Sonox, though.
Is it not?
No.
Uh-oh. Can we cut this bit out?
No, I love this because this is real.
It's real.
This is real.
It's real. Oh, I stand corrected. I can admit it. I'm wrong. Okay, I really thought it was.
No.
Oh, I know what I'm getting confused about.
Well, it's the same person.
Yeah, there's that, but I know what else. I'll tell you what else it was. There was. Oh, it's not even UAD. I did have a Plugin Alliance version of Inflator.
Yeah.
Oxford Inflator, and I also bought the Sonox version of the Inflator. I did because it was cheap. What? See, now you're saying that Sonox don't make the Inflator?
No, they make the inflator. It's just not on Plugin Alliance.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
Go again.
All right. 100% it is. Oh, I've just loaded up 8-Ball Paul by mistake.
Go on.
I bet you couldn't beat me on 8-Ball Paul. All right, you ready? What's the question?
So, what was it? The Oxford Inflator.
Yeah.
Is
it made by
available.
Plugin?
No, is it available to purchase on Plugin Alliance?
100%. Watch. You know the software company Plugin Alliance? Do they make a plugin called Oxford Inflator? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It's going to be 1-1.
No, Plugin Alliance doesn't make the Oxford Inflator. It's actually developed by Sonox.
No, hang on. Do UAD make the Oxford Inflator?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, exactly. The Oxford Inflator is indeed developed.
I knew I shouldn't have come here. He's always right.
What are you getting at here?
I don't know, I forgot. This all stems from, because you said, do I use any UAD plugins?
I know. Clearly you don't.
I'm gutted. I don't. Anyway, yeah, I don't.
Right, I'll tell you what. Let's end the video there.
Yeah, I think we should. Let's quit while we're not ahead. Well, I'm not ahead. Thank you very much. See ya. I'm going home.